Hey YouTubies. So I think it's about time that I shared with you all why I'm doing this YouTube stuff in the first place. Yes, I know I've said before that it's for, in no particular order, practicing being in front of camera because you know that my film credits as of right now are not as much as my theater credits, so to get used to that, and also for marketing purposes, just for my own self, my own entertainment, and of course to also entertain you guys, because I do love seeing the feedback that I get and have people say, oh, this was so great, or my kid watched you and they danced and it was a fun time, and things like that, and that's wonderful, and of course the other reasons why I perform in general. But to be honest, why I started even getting the idea to do YouTube stuff, aside from being inspired by other YouTubers and media like that, was honestly because in 2014, I think it was around the time that that this most recent Star Wars movie was being filmed, I realized that I wanted more than anything to be in a Star Wars movie, in a canon episode whatever Star Wars movie. Now this goal dates back to I guess a year or so before that. The last time I really acted in something big, well, actually last time I acted in something on stage, it was the show, and I don't want to get too long-winded with the story, but I do think it deserves an explanation for you guys to really understand the full background. The last time I was in a show was The Producers, back in the Luft Theater back in good old Nebraska, and I played Leo Bloom. And now Leo, if you know the show or the movie, either version of the movie is the part that Matthew Broderick and Gene Wilder played in those two movies. That's that role, and ever since I've known what The Producers was, years ago, that's always been my dream role, and honestly my goal to someday play that role in life. And I didn't think I'd be playing it at the age of however old I was, 25 or whatever, and I thought maybe 10 years from that, if even. And yes, of course, you know, there was always ambitions of movies and doing bigger things, but that was always, honest to God, was always a dream role and a goal, if not the big goal for me as an actor. And so when I did that role, afterward I was in this place of, well, what do I do with my life now? I didn't really have many other big goals like that, aside from, you know, entertaining mass audiences to reach a bigger number of people than I had been able to before. And so I started doing things like producing. I kept doing, you know, some teaching and things like that, of acting. And but then it was about halfway through 2014, I realized that this is so hard for me to explain, I guess, why I feel this or when I started feeling it. But all that you really have to know is I want more than anything to be in Star Wars. And that may sound childish, but when I was watching The Force Awakens, I've watched it 2 times in theater since then, and I want to go even more. I was going to, I had plans for weeks to do a 5-minute review about it, because I've been doing 5-minute reviews on YouTube on my channel if you've been following, and I like doing them. I of course can't do them all the time just because it does, you know, I have to plan out for it, and blah 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 blah. But I was going to do a 5-minute review of it, but then when I watched it, as I was watching it, something was different. It wasn't the only thing I could think of for the entire movie. I mean, of course, I thought of other things. Maybe I shouldn't say the only thing, but the most prevalent thing in my mind as I was watching this movie, honestly, the whole time, from start to finish, and it just got even more so as the film went on, is just how much I need to be a part of this world, of this universe, the Star Wars universe, galaxy, if you will. And I mean, I can't even begin to put into words how strong of a feeling this is, and still is. It's so strong. I mean, as cheesy as it sounds like someone was using the Force on me, because that's how strong it is. Now, obviously, you know, they weren't. But, I mean, I have never felt a desire that strong before in my lifetime. So, and again, going back to my goal of realizing that a year ago, or a year and a half ago, I guess it's been now. I mean, that's honestly what's been the driving force behind doing a video every day, is that goal. Because, you know, yes, I want to do a video every day to build an audience, to grow, to, you know, to help people, and of course to also market myself, to, you know, enrich my own career and move on to bigger and better things to reach even more people, etc. But then that will hopefully eventually reach me to be in this Star Wars universe. And that may sound selfish, that may sound childish, you know, maybe someone should have a bigger goal than that, but I don't care. I'm looking at right now on my, you know, my computer screen that I'm looking at. You guys are up here, and here's my computer screen, and I'm just looking at, just so happens that one of my Star Wars desktop backgrounds has showed up on my monitor, and I'm just looking at it right now, and it's very awe-inspiring. I don't really know why I brought that up, but my point is, this is something I need to be a part of. I mean, it's gone past the point of want, and it's a need. Maybe it's an obsession. I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah, that's the big news. And I know I say I'm going to be. I know in this overdramatic title that you see below here that you all clicked on, it wasn't supposed to mislead you, because I am going to be in Star Wars. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The time will come, because those of you who know me, and this isn't me just, you know, talking out of my butt here, but those of you who know me know how stubborn I am, and I'm too stubborn to let this opportunity, I mean, I guess you could say I don't have an opportunity, but I do have an opportunity, because this is life, and life presents you with opportunities every day. So I'm too stubborn to let this opportunity slip by. So, you know, because you only do live once, and, you know, I've made sacrifices to follow other priorities, such as moving out to LA and pursuing film, and so I'm going to be making other sacrifices to pursue this priority, which is being in Star Wars. And I should clarify, when I say be in Star Wars, I don't just mean a stormtrooper that you can never see the face of, and I don't just mean someone in the background. I mean someone who is a pivotal character with a book of lines, and someone who fights with a lightsaber, and actually take part in at least one lightsaber duel. That's what I want. I'm not going to settle for anything less. I mean, sure, I'd be an extra in a movie, but the goal would still remain of being what I wanted to be. So, is it ambitious? Yeah. Will it happen? Well, yeah. Like I said, it's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And yes, of course, I am wearing my brand new Star Wars shirt. I had to. I had to for this video. There wasn't a way for me not to. So, that's the big news. That's really all I have to say. So with that in mind, I'm going to be, I think maybe I've said this before in my last vlog, but I'm going to be, you know, getting new headshots. I have 2 goals this year. The first of which, well, I guess maybe not in any particular order, but one of which is getting a demo reel, which for those of you who aren't as savvy with the film industry is maybe a minute or so length of video footage of different clips from different things that you've acted in. I of course haven't done that many big things, and that I haven't done enough things to get a demo reel yet, so I'm from film, so I need to acquire that footage. I do have one good thing I can use from, but I need to get it maybe at least 2 or 3 more, and so I want to get that, you know, by the end of this year. I want to have a reel that I can send to people, and then you send this reel to people, and they say, you know, here's my reel, do you like my work, bring me in for an audition, or here, agent, here's a reel, will you sign me on for you to be my agent. And my second thing in the year, a nice segue there, is to get an agent. So by the end of the year, I want you know, at least a halfway decent agent. No, not halfway decent. I want a good one, because I do want someone who will get me out there often and who will at least get me in the room to see the people in charge. So anyway, that's that. I've gone on for almost 10 minutes now, so I'll close it out with saying, honestly, I'm going to leave the comment section open. I know that that's probably not a good thing to do necessarily in some cases, but I'm going to leave it open here because I want you guys to comment, and I want you guys to help me and follow along with me on my journey, of course. From here on out, it's going to be my journey of how do I get in Star Wars, and also growing my career. So I might be taking more on the road vlogs, so to speak. You know, just in my journeys as an actor. But I also want you guys in the comments section, if you have any thoughts or tips or comments to put down of how you think I can help get me to Star Wars. And I'm not just saying, oh, meet J.J. Abrams. Okay, yes, okay, thank you for making that comment. I will try my best to meet him, of course, just as a person. But, you know, because the reason why I'm doing this is because the audience, you know, comes first. If the audience, you know, people who cast people in movies are going to want to cast people who audiences are going to like. Oh, and there's other reasons that too, but that definitely is one of them. You know, I want to like you. I want to like you in this role. I want to like you as this character. I want to like what you're doing. I want to like you with this other person. I want to like you as a person. You know, that is definitely one thing of the millions that goes into casting something. And so that's why I want your feedback, because you're the people. You can tell me what you want from a Star Wars person. So I'm leaving it open to whatever comments you want to put down there. You know, if please, I encourage you to make them constructive comments. Yes, you could still put, become handsome. Well, thank you for the advice. I will try my best, but maybe be constructive about it. Maybe say something like, you know, learn how to do something with your hair, because I'm bad with hair right now and it sort of just does its own thing because my hair kind of does that anyway. So maybe if, yes, I do learn how to style my hair, maybe that will make me look better, so then people will be more apt to cast me and things get me more demo reel, and also maybe call me in for auditions, which may someday include Star Wars. So thank you for the suggestion of knowing how to style my hair, as opposed to just look handsome or stop looking ugly. And yes, I will take all comments to heart, but I encourage you to be constructive, to make them as clear of your intent as possible. So, God, I just opened a whole can of worms, didn't I? Oh, Lord. Oh, we'll see. If this video goes viral, then I'm in trouble. But if not, then fine. And then it won't even matter if I leave the comment section open or not, because like 5 people will see it. And but then again, if it doesn't go viral, maybe making this video doesn't have a point to it to begin with. And if it does, then this part, the last 20 seconds I've been talking, will be very silly, because thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people will see it. I'm going to stop rambling, because it's going on 13 minutes now. So thanks again, YouTubies, for watching. Love, 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 love. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep up to date on my videos that I've been doing. Check out some of my playlists and my channel to see some fun and silly, goofy videos. They're mostly Let's Plays, but I do put some other stuff on there. Well, and I always try to make them all entertaining. At least I do make them entertaining. If you don't think they're entertaining, then I guess you have to grow a sense of humor. Oh, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't say that, although I already did say it. I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you for watching, everybody. Love, 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 love. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.